Pretty much the same. And welcome back, College Baseball Central fans. We're here live in Omaha Village. We're here at the Golden Spikes Trophy Award inside Chinook Cedary tent here. Come on in, indoors here. We're in a great place. Come visit these guys. They got sunflower seeds. They got shirts. They got gloves. They got all the stuff here. Micah Butel's joining me today. How we do it, Butel? I always say it wrong. And you've been on the show so many times. We're sitting right next to each other, and I get his name wrong. We're right here. We're right next to each other. We love doing this show, guys. We wanted to bring you an Omaha preview here and what's going on so far in day one. How we doing, Micah? Been a good day.
Oh, it's been a great morning so far. We had to do the two screens because if not, it wouldn't be a CBC show. We never get to do this in person. So I figured why not keep the, you got to stay hot, right? In the postseason, you don't change what works. So why would we fix it up now? So everyone's wondering, if you're sitting next to each other, why is it two cameras? Because you don't mess with tradition, guys. So we're staying superstitious here. We want to stay hot. But no, obviously yesterday were two great baseball games both games going into the eighth inning were within reach for both teams that lost. Obviously, one had a more dramatic finish than the other, but both games were great, and I have a feeling we might have some fun today too.
I think we're going to be in store for some really good games again. Again, last night we had nearly extra innings in that Arizona Coastal game in the morning there, and then the evening game, Oregon State and Louisville. Louisville comes all the way back, and Oregon State wins in walk-off fashion. We'll talk about that, guys. Come on down, get over here, get to the Chinook Cedary booth. They're awesome. You can take pictures in front of the Golden Spikes trophy. Use our code CBC, get 10% off any order you purchase, also on ChinookCedary.com. Michael, let's dive into this. Game one, Arizona Coastal. These two teams started off hot. Very good pitching from both squads. Coastal comes out and gets this win, 14 hits to 9 hits. Blake Barthow comes through big for them, 3 for 5, 2 RBIs. Wells Sykes, coming through the 9 spot in the lineup there, 2 for 4, 2 RBIs, hits a couple doubles, also big time for him. Caden Bodine, of course, we've always said that he's probably the best catcher in the country and at least the best catcher here, which is tough to do. This is a very good catching group. Man, Eichhoff, Fluky. Talk a little bit about Coastal, and then we'll talk a little bit about Arizona, but big win for Coastal to start.
I think what was impressive was Coastal took advantage of every opportunity that Arizona gave them. It felt like they weren't missing their chances. When they got runners on, they drove them in. They moved them over. They played incredible team defense as well. They made some really big plays. And balls that I thought were going to get down in the gaps, and they didn't. They just made plays. It was really impressive to see. I for one would be the first to admit that I kind of didn't believe in Coastal Carolina. I thought when Gilmore left, not that this program was going to fall off the face of the earth, but they weren't going to be the program that they've been for years. And boy, do I look silly. But no, just incredible stuff. That's the thing is I've seen a lot of Owen Kremkowski this year for Arizona. I've seen him at really, really bad. I've seen him look really, really good. They beat a good Kremkowski yesterday. And that's, I think, something that you need to talk, needs to be kind of praised for Coastal. Because, that's the thing I think we've seen, we saw yesterday. Arizona did not necessarily play bad. It's just Coastal Carolina outplayed them. They're just a little bit better. And dare I say, maybe they're more talented than Arizona. So overall, it was a heck of a ball game.
Yeah, I know that we were surprised and we were discussing things like, hey, Eichhoff getting the start, that kind of took us all by surprise. We're okay, if they're gonna go with what we would say was their number 3 over the weekend, and then they bring in Fluky, who has been their Friday night guy, in relief. They both throw 4 innings. They're both different guys. They both attack the zone. It threw off the Arizona hitters, I think. I think that just got Arizona by distraction there, throwing both these guys and not letting them face the lineup a third time through at either guy. And on the other side, Arizona, Owen Kremkowski, he did what he was supposed to do. He threw a lot of sliders. He got them chasing out of the zone. They had a big bunt play that kind of loaded the bases for them and got Coastal going where he dove for the ball and missed it. And you had guys like Adonis Guzman, we call him Donnie. He was 3 for 4. He was very good. Mason White hits the home run. Oppo. Maddox Middlehawkis goes out there and gets the 2 RBIs there. Arizona was right in this ballgame. They had first and third with no outs in the 9th also and just could not quite get those runs across. I think it would have been a different ballgame had Coastal not scored 3 there in the bottom of the 8th. A little bit about Arizona coming back here. We talked about them. They have the pitching, I think, but they got to get out there and go hit, right?
Oh, yeah. Yesterday, Mark, I don't know if Noah told you, but Noah and I were texting about it. So in the Big 12 tournament, White and Adonis went back-to-back oppo where they hit both foul poles. Well, obviously White went oppo into the bullpen, and then Adonis was about 5 feet short of going oppo into the other bullpen. So I was really, really bummed that we almost got to see a replication of what we saw at the Big 12 tournament. But I mean, this Arizona team, I mean, if there's one thing that I know about them is that they were I might say they're the most resilient group here. They've had their backs against the wall. They had it in Chapel Hill Super Regional. They've had their backs against the wall in the Big 12. They've had some really and they had major injuries all throughout the year. And this is a team that, I mean, if there's a team that can come back from 0-1 to get to the finals, it is this Arizona group. So, I think for them, I mean, as someone that does a little more ACC coverage, I'm a little worried about Louisville. Not because of what Louisville's not capable of, but just what Arizona is.
Yeah, and you nailed it, I think, right? They missed their first-round draft pick. He was gone for most. Brennan Summerhill missed most of the season, and they still found a way to get there and make it happen here and make this late-season run, winning the Big 12 tournament and then going to Eugene and winning that regional pretty easily, and then going and beating a UNC team who a lot of people had favored as a team to win the national championship. So them going down one game doesn't really surprise them. Chip Hale says that they're ready to go. He was ready in those previews. So when we talked to him post-game, he said, no worries, we're going to go figure it out, man. We're going to go get this thing. So all the faith in Arizona, but they got to go out and they're going to have to take the long road now and win 4 games. Let's switch to game 2 here. Louisville, Oregon State. Man, we were treated to a good one on Friday night. Terrific pitching. The shadows came into play. So we're not going to pretend like they didn't. Both coaches, both pitchers said, yeah, the shadows made it so my breaking stuff was a lot harder to see. Big curveball there from Dax Whitney, sharp slider from Patrick Forbes. Talk a little bit about these 2 starting pitchers in that pitching duel we got to start the first 5 innings of this thing.
I mean, we have 2 lineups that are stacked. I mean, absolutely stacked. And you would have thought that these were the 2 worst hitting teams coming into Omaha based on how the first few innings went. I mean, Patrick Forbes, his slider was working. He was, obviously, again, the off-speed stuff with the shadows early on did a lot of damage from both ends. Obviously, this is my first time getting to see Dax Whitney pitch in person. Mark, I'm sure you've seen him pitch in person a couple times. He's incredible. Like this is where I think the West Coast or the East Coast bias, I guess, kicked in because not enough people on the East Coast talk about how good he is. I mean, he was incredible. I mean, even Dan McDonald, if you were in that post-game press conference, was kind of like, I've never seen him. I was told he was good. Well, now we've seen him and we know he's good. So it was, it was incredible to watch. And I think the bullpen for both teams really did a good job. I mean, speaking for Louisville, again, 1 extra base hit for each team. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, or I guess technically only 1 total.
They took it away
because they took away Zion's triple.
Said Zion's was a single with an error. Don't know how the official scorer came up with that one. I think that if they had asked any of us who covered this game, we would have been like, no, that's a triple. He dove for that ball. He went for it. It was a hit either way. That's really tough to take it away. But I'm with you. The 1 extra base hit is just the walk-off double by Turley. The bullpen of Louisville coming out and shutting down this team after Oregon State kind of started getting things going. They had guys on base. They started pushing stuff. And they just couldn't get anything extra. They had the bases loaded there. They couldn't score any runs. We knew at some point Louisville was going to attack the bullpen of Oregon State, who has a very good bullpen. We knew at some point they were going to bounce back. This is a team that hit 305 during the season. They stole a lot of bases. They didn't really get the opportunity to steal bases last night, and that might have been the biggest difference in the game.
Yeah, and I think, there's a lot of people that in the ACC world that were mad that Dan McDonald tried to steal there in the 9th. And then, obviously, you play the woulda, shoulda, coulda game. Does that mean you have a lead going into the 9th inning or bottom of the 9th, excuse me? But my thing is I don't think they have the lead in that situation because then it's a double play ball opportunity if they don't steal.
Yep.
And so, I think they turn the double play then. So you're kind of in a situation where I think for Louisville, they did everything really right that they could have. Even, again, the walk-off, that's Gavin Turley making a play, turning on a good pitch, and then obviously Arquette getting a good read on it and making a break for him. I didn't think there was really anything Louisville did wrong. The only real kick in the old knackers was the whole error that should have been a double play ball. But again, there was also a situation. Let's call it what it is. I think it canceled out when the Oregon State catcher throws the ball backwards and thought the ball went forwards. I'm sitting in that camera well, Mark, and I'm like, I legitimately thought that he was kidding. I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you going over here? The ball's sitting right there. Obviously, in the moment, he doesn't know that. He just knows the ball flew out of his hand. But that may have been the strangest play I've seen at this stage in baseball.
It looked like the baseball guys were playing a practical joke on him because he's like looking around. I'm like, is he kidding? Is he trying to get him to go to third and like throw him out?
Yeah, right.
Like, what's happening
is
here?
He baiting him?
It's like, is this all a ploy? Crazy things happen. I mean, these are two very good fielding teams. So to see they ended up giving 3 errors to Oregon State on that one there, and then giving the one there that Louisville had with the bases loaded. Coach Dan McDonald, he talked a little bit about how it's hard to turn bases loaded double plays, and they work on it specifically because you kind of try to feel like you rush. He said it wasn't a bad play, just rushed maybe a little bit too much trying to go get that ball and make that turn, and things happen. But, I mean, it was a great baseball game. I mean, 9 strikeouts from Dax and 5 1/3, 10 from Patrick Forbes and 10 1/3. These two guys really kept the offenses at bay to start this thing. Jake Monroe really got going for Louisville, and he got that 2 hits there in the RBI. I felt like he was the biggest difference maker, but I think we're going to see more of this Louisville team. But now they get to play Arizona, and that's going to be a tough one. Let's dive into that one here. Arizona and Louisville will be the first game on Sunday, so we're going to stay on bracket 1. We'll switch over to bracket 2 here in a minute after we get through these games. Arizona, Louisville going there. This matchup here is going to be, can Arizona's hitting get going, and can Louisville get on base and start putting pressure back on Arizona? I really like Louisville here because of the base stealing and everything that they do. Adonis Guzman's a great catcher. He's not particularly great at throwing guys out necessarily. So it's going to be interesting to see that matchup there. If Louisville can get on base and steal some bases versus Arizona's hitting. What are we thinking here for this matchup here on Sunday morning?
I'm intrigued to see what Louisville's going to do from a pitching staff standpoint. They've been going Tucker Biven in game 2, but Tucker Biven was basically told to be ready last night. Not really necessarily the fault of Tucker, but because he only gave up 1 earned run against Miami, but there was 5 runs scored in his outing in game 2 there in the Super Regional at Louisville. Ethan Eberle, the freshman, has been so good for them. So curious if they what route they want to go. I had my hand raised in the post-game press conference, but Dan McDonald likes to talk a little bit, so I think they were just trying to make sure that we didn't spend 45 minutes like we did in the Super Regional post-game press conference talking to Dan. But and for Arizona, I mean, that's the thing is, their offense is just so good that I feel like, last night you didn't really, or yesterday afternoon, you didn't really see their full potential. I mean, I've seen it multiple times. And again, they bounced back off the mat after getting smoked in game 1 by North Carolina by putting 10 on one of the best pitchers in the country, Jason DeCaro. So I can't wait to see it. I mean, obviously, so far, Mark, I am 2-0 in my picks on my bracket, and I had Arizona beating Louisville in the elimination game. So I think my brain's just going to stick with that until I'm proven wrong. Zion Rose, if you're watching, please clip this, put this in your motivational headphones or whatever you need tomorrow. But I just like how Arizona is able to respond. It's not that Louisville's not capable of it. I had Arizona as a top 10 team coming into the year. And to kind of, again, I had the luxury of, they're the team I've seen the most this year, Mark. Like, Texas Micah saw more Arizona than any other team not named Lamar University who happens to be his employer. So, crazy how that all played out. Can't wait to see. I mean, it's going to be – that's the thing is, like, for a loser bracket game, we've had some bad ones, and it feels like in recent memory, this is going to be a good one.
I am also 2-0. I picked this way. But I picked Louisville to beat Arizona, and I think that it's going to be the hitting and the base stealing that they're going to have to get going because this team can hit, and you're going up against Arizona's number 2 now. I think that you're going to see from Louisville – it wouldn't surprise me if they start Eberle, the freshman, right? And maybe they have Biven ready to, if anything comes up, he's ready to go right away, and they just go in there. Dan last night was saying he's going to be ready to throw whoever. He's going to throw whoever he has to. He didn't allude to who he's going to start, but I like your idea there. I think Eberle's been so good in those starts that they let him go for a little bit, and then Biven's the guy that they just go to right away if he gets into any trouble. So I picked Louisville. Mike obviously has Arizona. We got a question. Where is this at? We are here inside Omaha Baseball Village. Come inside. Come take a look. We're at the Chinook Seedery booth. We got a photo booth set up. We got all the fun stuff here. We're going right here. We got the Golden Spikes trophy over my shoulder and Micah's shoulder here. Gorgeous trophy. That is given out to the best amateur baseball player in the country. That'll be given out, I believe it's on Saturday this year. Very excited for that award to be given out. Those guys will be here. I believe most of them are coming to sign autographs. We don't know if all 3 are coming yet, but it's going to be a really good time, guys. So come on out. Come over here to Omaha Baseball Village. Take a look. They got all sorts of fun stuff. They got gloves, hats, sunflower seeds, of course, and all the fun stuff here. So come on down, come see us. We're down here for a little bit more today, but these guys are here all day long. Come down and see them. Yeah, my breakfast is going to be the cinnamon toast crunch, or cinnamon toast, not crunch. I'm getting ahead of myself. Tastes like cinnamon toast crunch, though. So, yeah, I'm a savage. We're opening it up right now.
We're going to get started early.
Why not? I mean, that's what we're here for, man. We're here for these. Come by and see us, guys. They got great stuff. And if you guys want to order online, if you're not here in Omaha, use our code CBC. You get 10% off your entire first order. Go out there and buy several cases. What I do is I get the sampler packs. I mix them up. Mike and I both do a lot of mixing of the flavors and going out and trying them. I got different flavors for when I golf. I got different flavors for when I go fishing. I mean, I know that we got a hat theory thing, Micah. Do you have a hat theory maybe for who's the best in seeds? I don't. Oh. There it is. He's made his decision, folks. It's Chinook Seedery. Gorgeous looking hats. Come down and buy yourself some. They're really cool, man. Go out here and come see us. We got all sorts of stuff. They got a ton of stuff going on down here at Omaha Baseball Village. Come visit us. Thanks for the question there, Kev. All right. Let's get back to baseball where we got Coastal and Oregon State going. You're going to see a matchup of two really good Saturday guys. Both these guys have been the Saturday guys. Morrison and going up there against why am I blanking on my guy's name?
I'll let you get to it. I believe in you.
Why?
It's early.
Anyway, Oregon State's lefty coming out of, I can't remember. I'm a bad Oregon State person. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, we're going here with this one. Listen, those two guys are very, very good. Ethan Kleinschmidt. There it is. Nailed it. It's early in the morning here for me. Ethan Kleinschmidt versus Jacob Morrison. These are two aces that happen to go on Saturday or Sunday for these clubs. They're going to go face each other here on that Sunday night game. Do we see another pitching duel like we saw on Friday night, Micah?
Maybe. I don't know. In Omaha, man, I don't. I'm gonna go with yes. We'll cheat and just say the ballpark holds everything in. But I mean, these offenses are just so good, though. Like sometimes it's like you want to give the benefit to the pitcher, but you're like, at some point these offenses have to get going a little bit. So I don't know. We'll go low scoring. We'll push the agenda that way. You know, we can go to bed early on Sunday night,
so we can get a little bit of rest for that Monday set. Listen, guys, we're here all week. Come by and see us. We're going to be out in the stadium. So if you guys are here, give us a shout out. We'll come down and see you. We've been walking through the crowd. We've been doing a lot of crowd work. We enjoy seeing all of our fans out there. I believe that we're going to see another pitching duel matchup. I think that both these guys have been so good. They're going to throw a lot of strikes. They're going to get after it. And the shadows are still going to be in play, Mike. As long as there's sunshine out, they're going to be in the play. And so we're going to be seeing a lot of that. So I believe that we're going to see another pitcher's duel there between Kleinschmidt and Morrison. But both these offenses can get going as well. And they're not reliant on the home run ball, which I believe if the wind's blowing in, it's going to be tougher to hit balls out of this ballpark. I'm really excited to see this matchup here. I'm going to go with Oregon State. Where are you going with that pick there?
I'm going Oregon State as well. I think they're too good. I genuinely just think that this team is – no one gave them enough, including myself. I mean, we've been clipped so many times on CBC for the things we've said about Oregon State. I wish Noah was here to defend his claims, but like they just continue to win. They're kind of getting punished, right? Like my favorite thing, I don't know if you noticed it in the press box yesterday, but the Pac-12 representatives that were here, like, you know, technically they are independent, but let's call it what it is. It's the Pac-12. It's been fun to kind of just see how that team is. And again, like that's the nice part, I think, for either one of these teams. Whoever loses is it's not like it feels like it's over. Like I think both teams can get it done early or come back and get to the finals. So, but I think I lean Oregon State just because I think the lineup's just a little bit deeper.
Yeah, I think that the Oregon State lineup has really gotten a lot of grief this year, and they've been making a lot of decisions. They've been making a lot of choices. I also think that Coach Dorman with that pitching staff has said, hey, we're going to go out there and we're going to put our guys in situations to win. And I think Matt Williams has done the exact same thing for this Coastal team. I mean, Coastal's won 24 straight games, and we're both picking them to lose. Streak's got to end at some point unless they go all the way and win the national title and don't lose a single game, which would be very impressive. But I think that Oregon State has a little bit of mojo going, especially with that walk-off. I think that put them back in that mode where, like, we can beat anybody in the country at any point. We can come up and do this. But Coastal's feeling the exact same way. So I think we're going to get just a great game on Sunday night.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's dive in to today. We got today's games, man. We're going to be down there at the ballpark. I know that Hat Theory is still with you. We got Murray State and UCLA coming up at 1 o'clock today. I got to tell you, man, this is a very exciting matchup for me. I think that you're going to see a UCLA team who, I've said this on every show I've come on, and I know that you guys have had a hard time with this. Brock Chwalski is the best player in the country right now. There's no way to say it any other way. He hit 360 plus. He has 23 home runs. He has 70 RBIs. He saved almost 20 runs defensively. That's how good he is defensively at shortstop. He's got to lead UCLA against this Murray State team that is hitting the best. They have the highest average in the country left in this tournament, 308. They don't rely on the long ball, but they do hit the long ball. They have some dudes and studs all over the place. What do you like about this Murray State lineup? And then, on the other side here, do you think UCLA's pitching has enough? I know they're going to go with Michael Barnett in that first one here. Savage was very upfront about that. He said, hey, he's been our guy this year. He's done a lot of good things for us. He's got 11 wins on the season. We're going to throw him out there and then go from there. I know that they do have Cody Delvecchio back. He's eligible to play now. But he said he's not going to start any games, but he might come out of the bullpen. So that might be a surprise for a lot of guys who haven't seen him this year. What do you like about this Murray State team against UCLA?
I mean, the Friday night guy, Nick Schutte, obviously game one started for this. He's been really, really good. And again, he's had to do it against some very fierce lineups. The Ole Miss lineup is obviously deep from top to bottom. The Duke lineup, it's not like Duke wasn't a team that can score.
Yeah.
So, I think they feel comfortable with him. I think with Murray State, I mean, let's just call it what it is. The talent, the pure composite rankings, the pure names are never going to be the better team on the field in this field, or even really most of this postseason. If not, I don't know if there's a single team that they faced in the postseason so far, because they only got Ole Miss and Georgia Tech and the Supers.
Yeah.
Like that, you look at the composite rankings of these kids and go, yeah, this is the better team. But that's what makes them so special is these guys are grinders. I saw them walking around the ballpark village, and you would have thought they were just regular old fans. They're just soaking it in, enjoying every – like, they have zero to lose. I'm not saying UCLA's got all this pressure on them, but what does Murray State have to lose? They're in Omaha. They're doing more than they could have ever imagined going into the year. I mean, I won't say the players' names that told me this, but all of them just wanted to get a conference championship ring going into the year, not add Omaha to it. Like, most teams break down that are in this field to Omaha. They're breaking down to, can we win in normal Illinois and win the Missouri Valley Conference tournament? Like, this team is so resilient. Their lineup, and they're so good gap to gap. You've got guys like Hogarth who can find a way. There we go. Got Go Racers coming on the show right now. But, you got Decker, who's, again, I think they're going to play well in Omaha because, they have power, but they don't rely on the home run ball. And UCLA doesn't either, which is what makes this game so special because – sometimes we've seen it like teams that come into Omaha. We saw it with Wake Forest. I think probably the best example 2 years ago. 3 years ago now? 2 years ago? I don't know how long ago it was.
2 years.
They were Wake Forest. They come to Omaha. Hard to hit the ball out of the ballpark here. Where if you're a gap-to-gap offense, if Murray State has been, that's where it can be dangerous because they are a stack of singles and doubles, get aggressive on the base paths. Again, they got nothing to lose. And I think in this game one, I don't know if this is a bold take, Mark. I think Murray State's going to be the home team from a fan base standpoint. You've got the city of Omaha kind of rallying behind them. It's not a shot at UCLA, right? But it's not like UCLA is in Arkansas or an LSU from a traveling fan base standpoint. Yeah. And there's a lot of people that are here that are Louisville and Murray State cross. So they came for the weekend knowing that they could come to both days and have a team to cheer for. I mean, the amount of people I did the drive from Murray to Omaha. The amount of people I saw that had Louisville and Murray on their car that I happened to see in Iowa. It kind of made me think, there's a good chance they might be going off to Omaha. So, it's going to be really awesome to see. And again, obviously, I'm clearly showing my allegiance to this wonderful story. I've been fortunate enough to be a part of the journey from game one in Oxford to the dog pile and the second dog pile or half dog pile in Durham. So, I mean, that's the thing is this UCLA team, though. And again, I love how much they talk about playing in the Big Ten tournament here.
Yeah.
And how they're in a routine, they feel comfortable. They're at the same hotel. I think is what they talked about.
Same hotel, same routine.
Yeah, everything is. So they, again, not to be negative, but like Murray State's still kind of, I think, a sticker shock of that they're here. Or UCLA is like, okay, cool, we were here 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, whatever it was now. So,
listen. I've said it before, and Skirka told us, he's like, I don't have to do a lot of day-to-day coaching with these guys. They're senior-led. They're a bunch of older guys that have been around the program. They care about this program. They care about it. And they just added 1 million fans. I mean, the million folks here that are in Omaha and live here in Omaha, the locals are fans of this team. I agree with you. I think that you're going to see a ton of Murray State fans. I mean, I don't call it the Cinderella, but a lot of people do. They say this is a Cinderella story. It's not. This is a very good baseball team. They can hit the ball. They hit line drives. The gap and line drive stuff doesn't dissipate here. You can do that in any ballpark, even a giant ballpark like this one. It might even help them because they're going to have bigger alleys in the outfield there. It's going to be a really great game. I'm very looking forward to it. I am leaning towards Murray State. I assume that Micah is also leaning towards Murray State in this one. I
did pick Murray State here. I'm also a known UCLA hater. I don't know why. Again, maybe the East Coast bias is showing, but no, I mean, this is like that's what's so sad is like the hot ticket. I mean, rightfully so. Arkansas LSU is going to be cinema tonight, but it seems like everyone's forgetting there's a really good baseball game that's going to be played at 1:00 between UCLA and Murray State. This is going to be this is too scrappy. Like Arkansas LSU is the composite rankings. Like we're looking at perfect game right now. That's their dream game. As someone that loves the grittiness of college baseball, my dream game's at 1:00. But this UCLA team that has some dudes, but they've also been a very resilient group. It's not like they're completely flooded with top 500 prospects. And then obviously Murray State. What's the old saying, going pro in something other than sports? I think that's a lot of this team, which they know that. And that's what makes it so fun is they have nothing to lose.
The 21, 22, 23-year-olds, that's what we're getting from Murray State. And we're getting this tremendous sophomore class from UCLA that is all these guys that were first rounders. Like they have a huge group that's in there that's young and talented. Youth versus age. I mean, we're going to see it. This is what we want. Guys, I talked on Rock. He's great. But you also got guys like AJ Salgado. You got guys like Mulavai Levi. These guys can hit the baseball. This is a very good team. Great matchup. I think we just both lean Murray State. I think that the gaps play for them. And it's going to really come down to, the leadership of this Murray State team coming through and pushing forward.
Yeah.
All right. We know what you guys tuned in for. You tuned in for this next one. I know that these tickets have been going up in price. I think that the cheapest seats now in the stadium now are about $225. Mike is going to go take a look right now to see what they are. If you want to catch a good one, though, $37 gets you in the Murray State. It might even be dropping by game time here at 1:00. Come by and see these. Come see the Racers versus UCLA Bruins.
$230, Mark.
$230 now. That's the price for getting into tonight's game. And we saw an enormous line waiting for extra tickets out here out by the ticket box. And they're the second game today, guys. They're the second game, and there was folks lined up since 6 o'clock out there waiting for tickets. It's going to be special. LSU, Arkansas, we get two, first-round talent arms. We get Root versus Cade Anderson. I mean, Cade Anderson might be a top 5 pick. For my money, he could be a number 1 pick, but I think they're going to go Jackson Holiday and not to get into draft stuff right now. But I believe that we're seeing a tremendous matchup and two teams that can really hit the baseball. Now, Arkansas actually hit more home runs than LSU this year, which is not a lot of teams do that from year to year, but 124 for Arkansas. They set their own personal record for home runs this year. Home run ball we talked about doesn't necessarily play here because the wind's supposed to be blowing 18 miles an hour in directly in the face from center field. Let's see where do we break this down? I mean, I know we might get another pitcher's duel that we just had last night from these two.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly think this might be so, Mark, I'm going to spoil something here. There's been some talks about me doing the 9-9-9 again tonight for my 99th game of the season. That's what the LSU-Arkansas game is going to be. And I said, I don't know if I want to do that because I don't know if I can do 9 hot dogs and 9 beers in 2 hours. So, yeah, I think this is going to be a pitcher's duel. I mean, I've had the pleasure to watch both these guys pitch multiple times in person this year. I don't know if you have, Mark, but they are absolutely the way they're able to sequence their pitching. There's no real rhythm to it. They keep you off all the time. And again, that's what's really great is we have lineups that there are guys that can potentially leave the yard if you make one mistake. It's not the same as the Louder and Skeens game, obviously, a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But it feels pretty darn close. And that's what has me juiced up. We had a great pitching matchup last night with Forbes and Whitney. I think this one might be a little bit better.
You know me, Micah. I'm a crazy film guru. I went back and watched both of these guys. I watched 10 starts of each. I kind of randomly picked. I didn't want to have it be against, teams I didn't know. I wanted to see good teams. Both these guys are so evenly matched. My goodness, you can say what you want about both these guys. And maybe Cade Anderson has a little bit more. They're both tremendous. I think this is going to be a really good baseball game. I think it's going to be whichever team might make the first mistake is the team that's going to get down in this one. And then it's going to come down to bullpen. I think both these guys might go 6-7 innings. It's hard to go a long time in this ballpark. It's hot. It's thick. It's humid. I mean, I know these guys both play in the SEC, but it's a little bit different in front of 30,000, which is bigger than both their home crowds. It's just tough to do to be bigger than both their home crowds. Yeah. I think we're going to see a sea of red and purple out there. It's going to be awesome. I don't know about you, Micah, but I'm going to be down with the crowd tonight. I'm going to be down there doing some film, being there with the crowd. Cannot wait. What do you got in this one? What do you like? What players are we looking for to see who maybe steps up for this game?
I mean, is it cheating to be I just want to look at see how the Alloy brothers handle this? I mean, I feel like that's cheating because, those are the names, right? But, I mean, I think this, normally you look at some of these games, you're you need that 8-9 guy to step up. No, I think tonight it's going to need to be that top half, that key, whether it's a Bear Jones on the LSU side, that name that everyone kind of knows who's going to have to either, maybe it's a walk. They make you pay for a walk, or just get one pitch and, happen to get lucky that the wind's not blowing 18 miles per hour in at the time you hit it. Like, or just get all of it. And, I know, Mark, you got that juice still, so maybe I can't do that, but you could probably do it. But, like, I just can't wait. I really, it's funny. Like, I'm not, everyone here is like, people are waiting in line for tickets. People are, you can even kind of sense it a little bit. There's a little bit of a nervousness. And I'm just sitting here like, what I'll probably do is first pitch is at 6:02 or 6:08, whatever it is. 6:10, I will find I'll be out in the ballpark village till first pitch, and then go into first pitch and just find myself lounging in the outfield seats, yelling either left field sucks or right field sucks, depending on which side I'm on, and just watching some baseball. I can't wait.
It's hard tonight to not just be a fan of the game and just enjoy college baseball. Listen, I think the keys to this one are, I'm going to go Brent Iredale. I think that he has had some big moments for this team this year. He's one of those guys that has enough pop where he can leave the ballpark. He's maybe one that can push it out there against this wind. I think that he's a big key for Arkansas. And I'm going to go different on the other side. Curiel and Dickinson have to step up. They can be gap guys for LSU. If they can go out there and go get those doubles and get that offense moving. Bear Jones, we all know we've seen what he can do here. He can hit the ball out of the ballpark. He's a big, strong dude. I think Dickinson and Curiel are going to be the difference there for LSU. I mean, we might see another pitcher's duel. I think that we both believe in it, and I think that we're both excited for it. But I really think that we're going to be looking at this in a whole different ballpark. I mean, it's going to be weird to see that it may not be pitching that wins this ballgame with these two starters. It might be who comes down to the better hitting teams. Who do you got tonight, LSU and Arkansas?
I can't remember actually who I picked in this. I think I went Arkansas. I know I don't want to spoil our full picks, but we'll say Arkansas. I'm a big Zach Root supporter. I can't remember her name on Twitter. She's the first one I saw. I should probably pull it up so I can give her credit. But she started the I Am Root instead of the I Am Groot. Every time he did anything at the beginning of the year, it's still my favorite trend. I wish someone was selling a shirt out here that said I Am Root. Now in the world of NIL, you're probably scared to do that, but I would love an I Am Root shirt. I mean,
I got killed with the hog door. The hog door gets me every time still. Like, it's still tremendous. I am leaning Arkansas. I think that they have the advantage. I mean, they've hit all year. They haven't necessarily had to do it the long ball, even though they have 124 home runs. But I do think that they have the pop. They have the ability to go out there and win this thing. I'm leaning towards Arkansas tonight. I just want to see a great baseball game. I'm really excited for this one. I think that we're going to be treated to one of the best games of the year. And we get it here in Omaha, which is the best time. Folks, if you guys have not come down to Baseball Village, it is popping. There are hundreds of people here now. Come on down, Chinook Seedery. Come buy yourself some seeds for the games. Go out there, eat these sunflower seeds. They got 8 tremendous flavors. Micah, what's your favorite flavor? I know that we go back and forth a lot on this. You're stuck on the cinnamon toast. Cinnamon toast is good. Don't get me wrong. I mix cinnamon toast with the original, so I get a little bit of like a kettle corn flavor. It's a little bit salty, a little bit sweet. I'm still a hatch chili. Hatch chili is my go-to. I've been started to mix the hatch chili and the jalapeno ranch. Those two flavors together give me a little bit of difference. But guys, go over here, come by, see them. They got all sorts of gear. They got all sorts of fun stuff. Hats, shirts, sunflower seeds. They got stickers for all your team's colors. So come out here if you want to get some stickers. I'm excited for this one, man. I just think that this is great. I'm going Arkansas. You're going Arkansas as well?
Yeah, and I think, just so you know, my snack on the iPhone, if I'm not doing 9 hot dogs, which is still on the table, by the way, it's going to be. So I did this at the Durham Super Regional. Barbecue and dill pickle together.
Oh, barbecue dill pickle.
It was a little bit of a weird combo at first, but as someone that likes that kind of uniqueness, I mean, if you just look at my social media, right? I eat some really weird food. Big fan of that combo. It was the perfect savory meets sour kind of thing. Dill pickle barbecue. Try it. Let me know what you think. Or if you think I'm crazy, let me know that too. I don't care. But strongly recommend that one.
Micah's going to be in charge of the Mark Light food over down there in Miami next year. He's going to be picking up all their random things that they put in ice cream. Listen, we're excited for this one. We both lean Arkansas, but it really could go either way. I think that both these teams – I think the winner of this one, for me, has the biggest advantage in the whole tournament. I think this puts them in the best spot on either side of the bracket. I think that this puts them in the best chance to get to that championship there. Michael, I see you like the jalapeno ranch. You're right. I mean, you don't go wrong with any of the 8 flavors here. Come buy some sunflower seeds, buy some hats. They got ways to win baseball gloves, too. They got some awesome gear here. Come by, see these guys. They're tremendous. And take a picture with the Golden Spikes trophy, which is awesome right over our shoulders here. Last year's win, Charlie Condon won last year?
Yeah, the SEC always wins, Mark. Come on now. Just kidding. But yes, he did win.
I don't know if the ACC is going to win or the SEC. We don't know who's going to win this one. So Come down, come take a look, come take a picture with this thing. It's pretty awesome, guys. All right. We've now talked about the games tonight. Let's talk about what we think the rest of this tournament plays out to be. Let's go back to bracket 1. I know we both made predictions that we both think Oregon State beats Coastal. Do we both believe that Oregon State gets into the championship game here?
I do. I think they're the best team on that side, just top to bottom. Factor in too, I mean, of the teams participating on that side of the bracket, it's the biggest fan base. I think they traveled very, very well, so they're going to have not a home field advantage, but I mean, again, I think based off what we saw so far, I mean, the crowd was very pro. I was impressed last night with the Oregon State crowd. Like, it kind of pained me to I didn't think Louisville traveled poorly. No. I just think that Oregon State said, oh, there's tickets available. Yeah, let me take those seats in the corner. Let me take the ones down the line. Oh, the bleachers. And I don't know if they just do, if it's because they've been here before that there's this enamor for them, but I feel like everyone that was out in the outfield and the bleachers, Oregon State. So, I mean, I just think they gotta have that advantage too.
I've been saying it for a long time, and I know me being the West Coast guy here for College Baseball Central has been a hard push for them. Oregon State is a very good team. They've been a top 5 for me all season. I know that they had their stumbles. A lot of that, I believe, was getting this bullpen ready for these kind of situations. And now you look at it, they got bullpen arms that are all ready. They got guys that are going out there that can go 1 inning, they can go 4 innings. I think that this team is the hardest team to beat twice on this side of the bracket, and that's why I took them. The only chances really I thought was if Louisville beat them last night, that it would have been a harder thing for them to get through. With that win, it puts them in a great spot. Even if they don't get the win against Coastal on Sunday night, I think that they're the hardest team to beat twice in this entire bracket. So I'm leaning Oregon State here on this side. The other side, I know that we both took Murray State. We both took Arkansas. What do we see here finishing up for that one? I tend to believe it's going to be an Arkansas-LSU final on that side. Do we think it goes stretch to the if game? Do we think that Arkansas gets there? I mean, I have Arkansas and Oregon State. I've had that in for a long time, thinking that that's going to be the final matchup again. Another repeat that we would love to see. Where are you at on this one, Micah?
I have Arkansas getting through it unscathed. I said it earlier this year. I had the luxury to see them in person against Texas. I think Arkansas is the best team in the country. I really do believe that. They've had their ups and downs, but if you told me to pick a national champion a month ago, I was very pro Arkansas. They were the first to 40 wins. And it's not a shot at LSU. I just think that this Arkansas team is a little bit deeper this year. And the way 2025 has gone from a sport standpoint, I want new. I want a Murray State or a Louisville or someone that hasn't won the title to win a title. And checks notes, Arkansas also checks that box. So, plus, I mean, we've had so many weird things, Mark, based off what we're predicting. Arkansas-Oregon State rematch. I mean, it just writes itself. I mean, where's that meme where he's like absolute cinema? Just
instant
what it feels like.
Classic is what this is going to be. I mean, I, for one, even being an Oregon State person and covering the West Coast, I love DVH. I would love to see him get a title before I am done covering this game. I think that would be tremendous. For him to get a title at Arkansas, I know that the Arkansas fans are, hey, win one for DVH, win one for DVH. He hasn't said anything about it. He's playing for those guys. Those guys play for him. I think this is Arkansas's year. I do think that they get to the final. So I have Oregon State versus Arkansas. I believe Micah has the exact same matchup. We'll talk more about it when we get there, but we're going to watch ball for you guys. We're going to keep you guys out there. Follow Micah. Follow myself on Twitter. Go out there and see all of our content. We're going to be through the stands all day today. If you guys see us in person, come by, say hi, take a photo with us if you guys want to. Anything you guys want to do, hang out with us. We're going to be at the ball game all day today. Come down here, Chinook Seedery booth. There's a bunch of people down here. They got props. They got all sorts of stuff. Take a photo here with the Chinook Seedery guys. Come down here. Come have some fun. Take a photo here with the Golden Spikes trophy. Mike, anything you want to add before we get out of here?
Yes. So, Mark, I didn't tell you you were going to do this, but I'm going to do it anyways. I have a proposal. If you haven't figured it out by now, I'm just pushing the Murray State agenda. First person to find me in the ballpark village, I'm going to hang out here until about 12 o'clock. First person to find me will get a signed poster from the 2025 team.
He's giving away his poster.
But also, I will buy you a Murray State item here in the ballpark village.
Wow.
So, first person to find me shows that you're following CBC. Obviously, you got to follow me too. I mean, you got to be a little greedy, right?
Yeah.
But tell me that you're cheering for Murray State. We'll get you the poster. We'll get you a shirt, hat, whatever you want from the Murray State side of the gear on me. So, find me. Yeah. Other than that, Mark, it's going to be a great day of baseball. I mean, imagine saying, hey, on a Saturday, you have to spend – everyone's saying it's going to be the hottest day of the year. I'm hearing I get to spend 8-10 hours sitting in the sun, working on my tan, which I think I'm getting tanner mark, which is
You
always
are.
great, and get to watch baseball. I mean, come on, and it's gonna be high quality baseball.
You're telling me I get to watch the best baseball in the country with my friends in the stands and go
Are we
out there and take a
friends?
look at
I'm
this?
just
I
kidding.
believe
I'm
we're
kidding.
friends. I mean, man, harsh. Go find Micah. Make sure you're following him, following CBC. I didn't tell Micah this. I am also bringing a box of cards. I'm going to be handing out some baseball cards out in the
There we
stadium. So if you
go.
find me, same rules apply.
Is that the Murray
Follow
State
me.
game or is that the night game we're doing?
I'm going to be doing both. I'm going to have a box for each. I'm
Oh,
buying
there
a
we
box
go.
for each. I'm going to be handing those out.
Awesome.
Come find me. Make sure you're following CBC and myself there on Twitter. I'm excited, man. Let's just get after it tonight, all right?
Let's do it.
Thanks for joining us. Again, come down here to the Shook Seatery booth. Use code CBC, get 10% off your order if you are not here. We'll see you guys at the ballpark.